Hello, everybody.
And welcome back to another episode of Mondays Are for the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
We thank you for joining us as we recap April's pop culture news. Very busy.
For you.
For me, very busy.
I'll say right now, personal life got busy, so I have major releases that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have descriptions, so some of these I only have the names, and I don't know what the gameplay is enough to
to be like
but
riff.
I have the names there, and there's some that we'll stop and talk about. There's one I wanted to play. Like last night, I had every intention of getting it and playing it.
The one? Oh no, is it?
No, we'll get to it. But we do have a friend who has played it, so we'll get to talk a little bit about it.
Playing it.
But yeah,
and one that I have played.
Really, for me, it'll be like May, June when things really pick up.
Mm-hmm. Comic-Con and Gamescom and Summer Games Fest.
Yep.
Summer.
Dude, Summer Game Fest is just going to be... I don't know. And then we have this weird thing where... I don't know if Nintendo's not doing Nintendo Directs anymore or what, but it's all been like Twitter drops all year. Like, other than a partner showcase they did. It's all year it's been Twitter drops, so... That's also an interesting thing going on, but
do they have something up their sleeve? Anyway,
so I guess small talk.
We both have comic small talk.
Yeah, you have comic small talk?
Yes, remember? At what I got at Barnes & Noble? You want me to kick off?
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah, my first comic book. Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
So I've been very busy with like school and all that map testing, and so I haven't really been able to, apart from movies, I've seen new releases, but I have been reading quite a lot more recently, and I did get, whenever we went up to see Mario, which you'll hear about later, we went by Barnes & Noble, and I did get my first comic book collection, I guess you can call it, Devil's Reign. Because I am a huge Daredevil.
They're trades, I think is what they're called. Where
it was a collection of 1 through 6, and then Devil's Reign Omega at the end. But it's because it is based off, or it is what is inspiring Born Again, the show Daredevil Born Again, which is I'm absolutely loving. Again, we'll get into that later. But I got it and I read it a couple times throughout the school days and everything, and I'm like, oh, it's so good. I loved it so much. I wish it makes me want to adapt one, if that makes sense. But I should have brought it. Oh wait, no, actually I do have it.
Do you have it? Here, hold on. I'll grab mine because I'm also going to be talking about comics.
Yeah. So this is my Devil's Reign.
And that one, I forgot that's a little bit of crossover, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple things throughout where it's like as referenced in.
Well, because they're all in. It's all New York based heroes.
Yeah, street level. Daredevil, as you know, well, it's 2018. I can say what happens.
Yeah.
Kingpin runs for mayor, gets elected mayor, uses Purple Man Kilgrave's.
Isn't this part of like what inspired the current show?
Yeah. So in the current show, he's mayor, and this doesn't have the AVTF, Anti-Vigilante Task Force, but it does have Daredevil like getting a rebellion with the Avengers and like taking down Kingpin, and instead of Vanessa, Typhoid Mary is who he's married to. Mm-hmm. Really good. Really good, kind of violent, especially with Kingpin. I loved it so much. I was like, I want to read more, but I have kids coming in, and I can't even tell them I have this because it's inappropriate. A Marvel event, Devil's Reign. It does make me want to get more Daredevil comics by far than just that one. But other than
probably other comic runs you'd like too.
Oh, I wanted to read the Born Again. I want to read.
And I mean, not even just Daredevil. It's probably like,
Spider-Man.
There's a couple Spider-Man runs I think you really like.
Daredevil and Spider-Man are like my two.
So comic book wise, I have always been more of a DC guy. There's been very few like Marvel comics that I've been like, I really want to read this. Like, there's some I knew if I read them, I'd enjoy them. Yeah. But there's just something about the DC universe that I'm like, I enjoy being in this universe a little more. But when it comes to like games, movies, Marvel.
That's good. Well, DC
Marvel's
might give a
up
run
there
for
with DC.
Soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, TV show wise, DC's always had Marvel. Like Marvel has a handful of TV shows that I would say is like, and then you have DC where there's a handful of DC shows that I would say are truly bad.
Yeah.
Like where Marvel's very hit or miss. Where
Yeah.
DC's consistently, even if it's not the greatest, there's going to
It's
be
still
something
good.
to enjoy about it.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, like I said, there's a handful. Like I can count on one hand alone. Like just off the top of my head, there's the '90s Flash show, which I mean, no, that one's like cult classic. Okay, Birds of Prey. The live action Birds of Prey show is bad.
How about the live action Gotham Knights show?
Gotham Knights. That one has potential. Had potential.
Had potential.
I mean, stinking. You had
Misha Collins is Harvey Dent.
Yeah, Misha Collins is Harvey Dent, which right there alone is like
Good casting.
Yeah,
And then I say this, I haven't seen it.
yeah. There's ones that are good. I don't personally care for, like Titans. I just
Yeah.
don't personally care
I think
for.
I've seen most of season 1 of Titans.
And I
I like Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom Patrol's good.
Doom Patrol's good.
There's a
For the sole fact it has Brendan Fraser.
like I said, there's just a handful of TV shows that DC has where you're like, didn't quite hit the mark there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you just look at their animated shows and their animated movies. And
Oh
you're like,
yeah.
oh no, there's
Oh yeah. In animation they have Marvel Corner.
Marvel has Earth's Mightiest Heroes. There is love for the '90s Spider-Man show, but you
Yeah.
could even
X-Men.
say, and then no, I was getting there.
Oh,
'Cause, like,
okay,
then you have
okay.
X-Men. That's like their Batman the Animated Series. Is,
Yeah.
you know, things that have established several, except an X-Men Evolution. Most of their X-Men cartoons are like where they
Yeah.
are
X-Men
good, and then
97
Spider-Man.
getting
Spider-Man has a
handful.
Friendly Neighborhood has gotten pretty good, but like
Mm-hmm.
you have the '90s show that's really good, and then you have the other shows they've made. Spectacular
Underrated.
had Spectacular been able to go on longer, they would have.
Wipe the floor.
They would have been able, like, they would have had a definitive Spider-Man show right there,
Spectacular
and then
Spider-Man so
Disney went, and
much.
then Disney had to go and like, or actually I think that one was Sony. Sony,
I think so, yeah.
Sony was like, well, if Disney's going to buy them, we don't want to, kind of thing. Where now it's like it's almost, for me, it's be almost too late to bring it back now.
Yeah, Spectacular?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could bring it back, but I feel like they wouldn't be able to have it
No.
feel the same.
It's not going to be the same.
But anyway, so yeah, Jay's got a lot of catching up to do.
I do. I want to read like all the Daredevil ones now, and
And then there's me. I have recently, I knew I would like them. I just hadn't had the opportunity to get them because
Yeah.
I had other interests or whatever going on over the last couple years. But something that was quickly rising when we started the podcast
Yes.
was the Absolute Universe. I can't
Yes.
remember if the announcement of the Absolute Universe was on the podcast or if it was just like the launch that we talked about.
Yeah.
Back when we still talked about comics news regularly, and
Yeah.
before I got to the point where I'm like, there's just too much. But I have finally gotten my little collection of, so far, all
Martian
the
Manhunter?
yes.
Sorry,
So far, all the Absolute like trades except for Volume 2 of Superman and Wonder Woman, and then Volume 1 of Green Lantern. I think everything else, the other trades aren't out yet. Flash might have a Volume 2 out already. I don't know. If not, it's out soon. But
the Zoo caught my eye.
I've got Batman 1 and 2. 1 is the Zoo.
I'll say that looks like the
yeah.
one.
And it's just funny to me. It's only been around a couple years, and the cover's already being referenced. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
I've seen this. Oh, that's right. Couple years.
So I don't know if you remember, Jay, but the whole point of the Absolute Universe is that the heroes do not have their defining features
Yeah.
because Darkseid made this universe.
Yeah,
When he reached Omega level or whatever,
like Superman kills people.
basically
doesn't he?
becomes Superman doesn't. So it's darker. It's definitely darker, but
It's a lot.
Superman doesn't kill people per se. So like Batman's not rich. Superman was not raised by the Kents. In fact, he was raised on Krypton. He was like 12 or something when Krypton blew up. And then Wonder Woman was raised in hell by Cersei.
Yeah,
And
remember
that
that.
Wonder Woman, I can't believe I'm saying this because usually I'm such a Batman dweeb, but Wonder Woman has been my favorite so far because of the amount of Greek mythology that's like, which she's always had ties to Greek
Yeah.
mythology. And maybe there's other
Between
Wonder
Ares and
Woman,
stuff.
maybe there's other Wonder Woman runs that would have this much, but like there's a lot of Greek mythology in just Volume 1 alone of the Wonder Woman one that I really, really enjoyed. But the Batman one's just super cool, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of moments like I was telling you where he was in the Batmobile and he's like, "You're standing in it," and it's this big giant.
the dump truck.
And then there's another moment in this one specifically where someone jumps on his back and he's like, "Got you now," and he goes, "Hua!" And then like spikes come out of his. And anyway,
So which one has? Have you gotten the Absolute Joker yet?
Absolute Joker is Volume 3, which isn't out yet.
Okay.
But I usually wait to get the trades because individual issues. It's just harder for me.
We live closer to one.
Yeah, then it's B to buy them and B to take care of them. So yeah. I get books a little more sturdy. Except Absolute Green Arrow is a mini series that's starting, and it's been the tagline is "We need a hero that's less Robin Hood and more Michael Myers." So,
as in Halloween, Michael Myers.
Yeah. So Oliver Queen is dead. Is like in this universe he gets killed, and so now there is a string of rich people being murdered, and all that's left behind is a Green Arrow, and so private investigator Dinah Lance, is investigating this murder mystery, and that's the tagline, but it's been described in the description of like the first issue as. Billionaire, I know what you did last summer.
Oh.
So I am getting the individual issues of that because I'm very, very murder mystery stuff. I'm very interested in that. But yeah, I've been reading a lot. Martian Manhunter is probably the hardest to follow because just look through the art is very psychedelic kind of.
I mean, I can tell from the cover
thing going on.
I do like the hardcovers.
And so John Jones isn't a Martian. He is like psychically linked to something that calls itself the Martian, and they like have this weird buddy cop, but the cop is the only one that can see the buddy thing going on.
Yeah.
And it's all tied to like emotions and like the fights he has is very metaphorical rather than literal and different thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's also very surreal, but very, very good. And this one is
that is just Picasso-esque.
Yeah. And this one is very limited. In fact, if you go
backwards.
So take that page, the other side of this page, hold it up to the light.
Oh, that is sick.
And there's only 2 or 3 pages throughout the run that does that, but it's called they call it Martian Vision.
Yeah.
Anyway, I very much enjoying the Absolute Universe, and I feel like part of why it's been so enjoyable. There's not very often that a run of comics with all different authors running each one is consistently good. Mm-hmm. Like your years, you're going to get a couple duds, but no, this has been consistently good. And they've been selling so well that they are constantly reprinting first issues of a series, which they don't do. Like, and part of why comics is so hard to get into is because you can't easily get the first issues start from the beginning because either the universe is years old and there's just so much world building, or B, you just can't get the prints. Yeah. And so they're making the Absolute Universe so accessible that it's easy to get into it. And I don't know. I've been liking it a lot. Yeah. And, each one, the Flash, the whole point of the Flash is it's Wally West, and he doesn't have Barry Allen as a Flash before him for mentorship. He's on his own. Oh, so he has he's like this weird little like, I don't know how to describe the relationship, but he has a companion. It's a small monkey that's been experimented on named Grodd. Oh, and they have like a psychic link, and
I love that. That's gonna be devastating when Grodd turns on.
Dude, it's
no.
Anyway, it's just
I can see it happening already.
Every line has a hook that makes me go like,
yeah,
I want to read this, like the Green Arrow one, and then they're doing Absolute Catwoman later this year, and that's also a miniseries. I think the only like long running lines they have right now are Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern, and then every other one they've had has been like Martian Manhunter's a 12-issue miniseries.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I can't get over that Manhunter. Was it Manhunter Martian Vision?
Martian Vision, yeah.
Which one that is?
They do it with. They do it later on where it's not the Green Martian, but it's the White Martian. You're like, ooh, because the White Martians are the bad guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been pretty much my hyperfixation. I've not had a whole lot of games I've been playing or anything like new wise.
Yeah. But I've only had Crimson Desert, and that's like when I get the chance. I haven't really been on a video games kick this month.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm
so busy.
Because I've been reading more. So
we'll see. Yeah, same. I finished Remarkably Bright Creatures for Allie, but yeah. Should I get my releases?
Yes, sir.
Because that's a lot of what I did this month. And movies, on Wednesday, April 1st, in theaters, we got the Super Mario Galaxy movie kicked off this month. Having thwarted Bowser's previous plot to marry Princess Peach, Mario and Luigi now face a fresh threat in Bowser Jr., who is determined to liberate his father from captivity and restore the family legacy. Alongside companions new and old, the brothers travel across the stars to stop the young heir's crusade. We did see this on opening weekend. Now there's a chance to get our full.
I loved it. I've had a little bit of time to think it over.
Same, yeah.
It's better than the first one. I think. What did I would give the first one like a 7, so I gave this one an 8.
Yeah, I think you gave it an 8.
Where it's like it's so close to being a 9, but there is a couple like it's missing like 2 or 3 scenes.
Yeah,
like had it been able to be like 5 minutes longer and just have a couple more scenes to set up a little bit more emotional payoff with a couple reveals that
and
they
give
have.
some other people more stuff to do.
There is one arc they completely forgot to complete at all. Where it was more like, oh, I guess this was more for jokes than actually setting up a character arc, which was interesting. But no, I loved it. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's mid, or oh, it's too fast paced, and I don't know.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially Glenn Powell.
I don't go into the Mario movies or like any movies based on stuff like that is explicitly for like families, expecting a movie with substance. Much more beyond like the basic,
unless it's Pixar or Toy Story.
Unless it's Pixar, but like when it's Illumination, when it's based on a video game kind of thing, where it's like, I'm going to go in, and if I have my expectations set a certain way, then I'm going to be happy. And I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy with it. It's funnier than the first one.
Glenn Powell Star Fox is in it?
Yeah, Glenn Powell Star Fox is in it.
Sorry, it's Fox McCloud. Trent got on to me for calling him. You remember that? He goes, his name is Fox McCloud. Yeah. I'm like, I know.
He is not the Star Fox.
I know Trent.
Yeah, that's I can't.
It's the nickname I give him.
Can't wait for the Zelda movie to come out, and you're like, oh man,
Zelda.
He was such a good.
Man, that boy played Zelda so good. You just strangled me in the. I rage bait you.
But yeah,
I enjoyed it. I liked what it leads to. Maybe a Star Fox movie.
Maybe. Hopefully. I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
I mean, that's definitely why Glenn Powell called them and said, I want to do a Star Fox movie. And so they found a way to get him in the Mario movie as Fox McCloud because...
Yeah. And he had a bigger... I was honestly expecting... I told this straight. I was expecting like a Cranky Kong level of role for that. And then...
No, that went to the stinking person whose game that is being adapted.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert, Rosalina's in like 10 minutes of the whole thing and she talks for maybe half that.
Yeah.
So it's like... I hope she gets more screen time in the next one.
She has to,
because they're going to make a next one. Like even if it's not critically done as well, audience wise, it's done as well as the last one, and money wise, it's maybe done a little less, but still successful.
But it's still like going. Yeah, it's ongoing.
It's ongoing. It's successful enough that they're most likely do. I mean, they already have it's rumored, but more or less we know a Donkey Kong movie is being made.
Yeah.
Charlie Day wants to do a Luigi's Mansion movie, although I have my theories in the third one being more Luigi focused, thanks to an after credit scene.
Yeah.
And a couple lines from earlier in the movie. But so Luigi's Mansion might be a spinoff, or it might be like it's the third movie.
Is Luigi's Mansion because they get all King Boo and everything.
But yeah, we'll see where this goes as a franchise. But I feel like you have a good. They have a good start on their hands. They have a good cast. Like I'm used any of the casting I didn't like, I'm used to it by now. Like Peach, their art style and their personalities for, Peach and a couple others have like smoothed out to where it's like I can treat them as separate versions of the same character, kind of like like different incarnations of Batman or Scooby-Doo, where it's like I'm used to it now. And so I'm excited to see what they do with it because I want more. I just wish these movies came out when I was younger so I could buy the toys and not feel bad about it.
Me leaving Walmart with a How to Train Your Dragon toy, I'm like, no one look at me. No one look at me. I just wanted this dragon so bad. On Friday, April 3rd, in theaters, we got the drama. A happily engaged couple get put to the test when an unexpected revelation sends their wedding week off the rails. Pizza movie hit streaming on Hulu. Two college roommates take some special drugs called mints and experience a terrifying hallucinogenic high. The only way to counteract the drugs is to eat pizza. They must navigate through the high in order to get to the pizza delivered by a drone. Friday, April 10th in theaters, Yumi in Tuscany came out. A free-spirited young cook named Anna makes a brash decision to become a squatter in an abandoned Tuscan villa owned by a man she barely knows, leading to a whole new world of adventure, lies, and love when she meets Michael, the homeowner's cousin. I did watch that. It's pretty good. Streaming, Outcome released on Apple TV, and Thrash came to Netflix. Wednesday, April 15th, saw Balls Up come to streaming on Amazon Prime Video. After causing an international incident at the World Cup final, rival co-workers must find a way out of Brazil alive. Friday, April 17th, saw Mother Mary come to theaters. The film follows the psychosexual affair between pop singer Mary and fashion designer Sam after the former's need for a dress for her new tour draws them back together. Lee Cronin's The Mummy came out, which Trey saw it, described as an Evil Dead movie with a mummy in it. And then it was later revealed that it's in the same universe. So, which Lee Cronin made the last, I think, Evil Dead Rise.
So what? This is where I get like casual audience confused. Doesn't happen too often, but I was thinking like, why are they making a mummy movie when they're already doing the Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, he want to make a scary mummy movie. And I did think that at first. I'm like, oh, Lee Cronin's making a new Brendan Fraser mummy movie without Brendan Fraser. No, it's not. Yeah, it's very much a horror movie, the gore. But Trey said it's like, it made him mad. He said it was like fine, but it should have been an Evil Dead movie. Mm-hmm. Normal came out. Ulysses comes to the sleepy town of Normal, Minnesota to serve as the temporary sheriff. After the passing of the original sheriff, a bank robbery in Normal leads Ulysses to find that a criminal underground reaches throughout the entire town. Roommates hit Netflix on that day. And on Friday, April 24th, Broken Bird came to theaters, as did Michael. The film follows Michael Jackson's life from his time with the Jackson 5 to his early solo career. I have seen this twice by now. My mom loved it. We saw it in IMAX Thursday night. And then my mom loved it. My dad loved it. And he goes, we're on our way back. And he goes, we're talking about if it should get a sequel or not, or the possibilities. And he goes, now, Jay, I had to tell you, I don't really think I want a sequel to that. I think it was good enough as is. I'm like, Dad, I've never heard you talk like this before. Stop. But it was really good. It definitely has its flaws. There's some plot lines where it's like it doesn't really go anywhere, or vice versa. It's like repeated 3 separate times, just to do it. But the through plot line of Michael just wanting like friends, I loved. And of course, I love Bubbles, the chimpanzee, despite how much someone owning a chimpanzee scares the daylights out of me.
I know you've seen what can happen.
I know, both in True Crime and True Docs, and in a horror movie. But Jafar Jackson was fantastic as his uncle, Michael Jackson. For those of you who don't know, Jafar Jackson is Jermaine Jackson's son, who is Michael Jackson's nephew. His first acting role ever. Playing his uncle. The mannerisms were there. The voice was definitely there. And the dancing, the movements was amazing. The concert parts were fantastic. And in the IMAX, you couldn't tell if people were singing around you or if it was just the concert, because it was like all around you for those songs. Can't wait to see if we get a second one, which I hope we should. And Coleman Domingo. You hate him. You hate him that whole movie as Joe Jackson. Every single thing he does, you're just like, oh, it makes me want to punch him. Nia Long was also amazing as his mom. Desert Warrior released, as did Over Your Dead Body, and on streaming, Apex dropped on Netflix. On TV, Thursday, April 2nd, saw Exo Kitty Season 3 come to Netflix. Friday, April 3rd, saw Your Friends and Neighbors Season 2 premiere on Apple TV. Monday, April 6th, saw Star Wars Maul Shadow Lords premiere on Disney+, which I have seen the first 2 episodes. Out of these 6 that have premiered at this time, and it is amazing. Miles has watched all 6. He's a big Clone Wars fan. He said he's not going to rank it till he sees the whole show, but this is already like up there with the best thing Star Wars has ever made to him.
Oh, wow.
Wednesday, April 8th, saw The Boys Season 5 premiere, the final season on Amazon Prime, and The Testament series premiere on Hulu. Thursday, April 9th, saw Hacks Season 5 premiere on HBO Max, Big Mistake Season 1 on Netflix, The Miniature Wife Season 1 on Peacock, and Taskmaster Season 21 on Channel 4, I should say. Friday, April 10th saw Malcolm in the Middle, Life Still Unfair limited series drop on Hulu. Sunday, April 12th saw Euphoria Season 3 premiere on HBO. The Audacity had a series premiere on AMC. Margot's Got Money Troubles had a series premiere on Apple TV on Wednesday, April 15th. Beef Season 2 dropped on Netflix on Thursday, April 16th. From Season 4 premiered on MGM Plus on Sunday, April 19th. And on Thursday, April 23rd, Half Man got its limited series premiere on HBO Max. Running Point Season 2 dropped on Netflix, as did Stranger Things Tales from 85 Season 1 drop on Netflix. And one piece of music news, Olivia Rodrigo announced her third album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So In Love, releasing on June 12th, and she dropped the first single, Drop Dead, on April 17th. And that is my releases for this month.
My releases for this month, once again, I will only be talking about the games I personally know about. I hate to do this. I like to have more research, but it got crazy. So on April 2nd, we had Clean Up Earth on PC, Xbox, and PS5. Cursed Blood on PC. Darwin's Paradise released on all major platforms.
Oh, I need to get that.
That was one that I completely forgot it was even coming out this month.
Yes, I did too.
And so that one will be, if I get to play it later, everyone will know my thoughts. But and then Row Golf released on PC. On April 3rd, All Will Fall released on PC. April 7th, we had Nippets on PC, People of Note on all major platforms, and Starfield Terrain Armada DLC launched. April 8th, Pokemon Champions released on Switch. Apparently, it's not very good. That is, I've not heard great things about it. And then it's so funny that it was like you could tell by marketing that Pokemon Champions is the game Pokemon expected to do well.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Pokopia is the game that they were like, it's going to be whatever. And then it's been reversed.
Yeah.
Pokopia's like took off. And,
Champions
is
dead on arrival.
Super Alloy Crush also released on PC. April 9th, Missing the Point released on PC, and Town of Zoz released on PC. April 10th, Tezel, the Tile Maker's Tale released on PC, and Tamashika released on all major platforms. On April 14th, Dosa Divas released on all major platforms. That is a turn-based RPG about a pair of women who run a food truck, and they're looking for like recipes or something. And when you get in fights, the food truck turns like a transformer, turns into a robot. And so you have these two girls and a transformer food truck as like your party to fight.
Dude,
it looks
I wanna play that.
cool. And then Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville, released on PC. It's like this mystery game where all the characters are like animals and bugs and stuff, and it's like kind of realistically drawn. So you have this conductor who's a spider, and he looks like a spider. That's been on my radar for a while. I haven't gotten to play it yet. We Gotta Go, released on PC. That is the multiplayer buddy game where you try to find the one bathroom in a haunted house. Did you see the trailer for this one?
No, but I've seen videos of it, people on TikTok.
Yeah,
I want to play it so bad.
We gotta get you
personal experience.
We gotta get you a computer. Yeah.
No,
Jay,
it's on PC.
Yeah. Jay has also had to find the one bathroom in a haunted house.
And not just a haunted house. My own house.
On April 16th, Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss released on PC, PS5, and Xbox. Death by Scrolling made its way to consoles. Gecko Gods released on PC, Switch, and PS5. Mouse PI for Hire released on all major platforms. Have you gotten to play this one?
I played a little bit of it, not a lot. I like it. I like the first person of it. I also like the 2D, 3D, where it's like 2D objects against a 3D background.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I like that. It's silly. I love it, but it's also got like the darkness to it because it is like there's language in it.
Yeah.
But I just love it. I'm having a good time with it.
Centopia released on PC. The Amusement released on PC. The Day Became a Bird released on all major platforms. Under Par Golf Architect released on all major platforms. And this is where I was like, I wish I could do the research because what is that about? Golf Architect? Are you building
Under Par?
Yeah.
If you get to building your own mini golf place.
And then Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, released on Switch.
Yes.
This is the new game in the Tomodachi Life series where you build a island, and you have, I think it's up to 100 Miis that you can make and have them interact with each other. And you just have this population of, if you've ever played a Mii game before, you know, it gets weird fast. Like the humor is very out there.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, so now they're just like, you see a lot of clips of like people just like the Miis are just like clicking lamps on and off, and it's like, no, stop doing that. And then you go over and there's like another Mii like flashing a flashlight on and off in another Mii's face, and it said, and I like the caption I saw that clip was like, it's just toddler babysitting the video game. I have plans to get this and play it, but I've not been able to yet. But our friend Trey,
friend of the pod,
has gotten to play this.
Oh, he's having such a good time.
I need to text him and be like, "So, when are you going to pay me likeness rights?" Because he made me and hasn't texted me about it yet.
He did make you.
So
he's made like a bunch of our friends. He told our friend John. He put on there's this running joke around all of our friends that John just loves anything cheese that Trey started. And now John just runs with. And so he told us he put John on his own deserted island and then left him with one single lukewarm Kraft single, which is the only cheese that John doesn't actually like.
Is Kraft singles?
Is American, Kraft's American cheese. And he goes, John's like, how did I get there? And he goes, we left Jimmy at our island, and then Jay and I took you over in a boat and then took the boat with us.
Yeah, I saw someone had made a part of their island like separate, and then this long bridge where it takes them all day to get from their house, and by the time they get to the island, they just have to turn around and go back home. Where it's like, man, some of these people are really just doing like, it's like The Sims, where it's like, how can I torture these people today?
Exactly.
People are already modding it where like because you can paint and like if you're good at pixel art and have patience, you can do pretty good stuff with just a control stick. Unfortunately, it does not have mouse compatibility like with the Switch 2 or anything.
Yeah.
But it does. I think it does have touch controls, but you're mostly stuck to like using a control stick. So you got to really be good at pixel art.
Yeah.
But people are like getting the game on, like, they're modding somehow, and so they're adding like their own pictures, so like when you make food items for them to want, and so you can like make just any random thing. And someone like there was like, oh, let's give him a game, and he made like the art he made is like a reference to a webcomic, and so he made the main character of that webcomic so you could hand him it just for the sake of like it's exactly. The inside joke and stuff. It's just anyway, it looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks
just
like
based off of everything Trace sends to our chat. It is insane. Apparently I'm raising such a havoc on that island. He won't tell me what.
He probably made your personality to be like as dumb and chaotic as possible.
Oh, absolutely. And then he just I'm like, you reap what you sow.
He's regretting it. Yeah.
Ugh.
On April 17th, Pragmata released on all major platforms. That is the game with the robot girl you don't like.
Oh, Megan?
Yeah. April 20th, and I haven't got to play Pragmata either. I've heard wonderful things about it, though. And then there's also people wondering if it's a Mega Man game somehow. I don't know. April 20th, Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch released on all major platforms. April 22nd, Tides of Tomorrow released on PS5, Xbox, and PC. April 23rd, Kiln released on PS5, PC, and Xbox. That is the fighting game where you make pottery and then that becomes the body of the thing you fight as, and you break each other's pottery and stuff. Kingdom's Return, Time Eating Fruit, and the Ancient Monster released on all major platforms. The Last Cat in the Universe released on PC. Wellkeeper released on PC. April 27th, Moomin Troll Winter's Warmth released on PC and both Switch systems. April 28th, Diablo Lord of Hatred DLC launched, and The Last Gas Station released on PC. On April 29th, Echoes of Mora released on PC. On April 30th, Invincible Versus released on PC, Xbox, and PS5. And that is my releases for this month.
I have my first batch of miscellaneous, which I will include all of my miscellaneous news because CinemaCon happened last week that I completely forgot was happening. So that is its own piece of news. In box office, Super Mario Galaxy movie opened with $372 million worldwide, the third biggest opening ever for an animated film, just behind the first film. The drama earned $6.4 million in its domestic opening day, which is the third biggest opening day ever for an A24 film. Opened with $28 million worldwide, the third biggest global opening ever for an A24 film. And it passed $65 million worldwide, currently sitting at $74.6 million. Project Hail Mary continues to go strong in theaters, passed $500 million worldwide, and is currently at $583.5 million. The Amazing Digital Circus The Last Act sets pre-sale records at Fathom after making $5 million in 4 days. Michael already passed $44 million worldwide in box office previews so far, which is the biggest previews total of 2026 so far. And it earned $40 million in its domestic opening day, which is the biggest opening day of all time for a biopic and biggest box office opening day of 2026. Ted Season 2 is the most viewed comedy series on streaming in 2026 so far, with 1.2 billion minutes viewed. And our box office draft has officially kicked off with between Michael and Mario. I, with Michael, currently sit at, and this is as of about an hour before we started recording, $58,400,000. Michael's total so far, as of an hour before recording, is $58,400,000, and Super Mario Galaxy movie has earned $769,684,633. So you are way far in the lead.
Yeah,
but mine just came out.
But yeah, see, but your first,
you had like
your
3
first
weeks.
just came out. Yeah,
yeah, and I think after this we have to wait until June.
I think
I
so
don't think
for
we have
both
any
of
till
our
May.
next two. Yeah, I don't think
I have
we
Toy
have
Story
any
5,
and then
but then June and July we have like 5 total.
Yeah, the rest of our movies:
Moana, Supergirl, Toy Story 5, The Odyssey, Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh, Minions and Monsters.
My backup is
Master of the Universe.
Yeah,
that's June. That might be the next one actually.
Yeah,
June.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll see how Master of the Universe does versus one of the other ones before I swap.
I feel like both of our like backups are going to be like end of the year decisions.
Yeah, if it's like it's higher, okay, swap it.
swap it. If Michael fails spectacularly, swap. Glenn Powell news for the 4th episode in a row. That we got their first poster for The Comeback King, follows the country western star whose career goes into a free fall, releases in theaters on February 5th, 2027. Curry Barker, behind Obsession, is set to direct a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie for A24 that Glenn Powell will be producing. And a little bit of CinemaCon news. The great J.J. Abrams took the stage to preview The Great Beyond. He talked about the film and why he classed Glenn Powell as the lead as a, quote, leading man who peaked in high school, jokingly. First teaser was shown and it releases November 13th in theaters. We got some How to Train Your Dragon 2 news. A crew member has suffered severe injuries following an accident during production. A special effects technician severed multiple fingers on one hand during an incident involving a saw in a workshop. In new announcements, Annette Bening and Andy Samberg will star in a new rom-com, 42.6 Years. The film follows a man cryogenically frozen for 42.6 years who tries to reconnect with his ex-girlfriend who has lived a full lifetime without him. Scream 8 is in the works with Lila and Nora Zuckerman from Poker Face writing the script. The Weapons prequel Gladys is moving forward with Zach Shields from Godzilla vs. Kong writing the script with Zach Kreger. Catherine Newton and Nick Jonas will star in a holiday-themed horror film, White Elephant, from director Eli Craig. An Animorph series in the works at Disney Plus with Ryan Coogler set to executive produce. Chris Hemsworth has closed a deal to return for Extraction 3 with Sam Hargrave also returning to direct. Anthony Mackie and Daphne Keane will star in Barracuda from director Neil Berger. The action thriller follows a smuggler involved in a high-speed car chase across the desert after rescuing a kidnapped teenage girl. Diane Morgan will return as Philomena Kunk for a new series about movies titled Kunk on Cinema. A Metal Gear Solid movie is in the works with Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein for Final Destination Bloodline set to direct. Ride Along 3 is in the works with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart in talks to return. A new In-Betweeners movie is reportedly in the works at Netflix. Linda Cardellini will star in They Know, a new horror movie directed by and starring Bill Hader. A movie based on the 99 Nights in the Forest Roblox game is in the works at 20th Century Studios. Robert Rodriguez is set to direct his first animated feature film, The Naughty List. Lin-Manuel Miranda will direct a film adaptation of Octet, follows 8 internet-obsessed people who meet in a church basement, lock their phones in a box, and struggle with digital dependency. A new Peanuts movie will release following the Peanuts gang as they go on an emotional journey to New York after Snoopy runs away from home. A new Longlegs movie is in the works with Nicolas Cage returning as Longlegs. It'll be developed by Paramount this time after Neon passed on the film when it became too expensive. A live-action Fern Gully remake is in the works with Marielle Heller set to direct. A live-action The Phantom series in the works. Hirokazu Koreeda has developed a documentary about Ultraman titled The Origin of Ultraman. Naomi Ackie and Allison Oliver will star in Luna Carmoon's next film To Make Ends Meet. Connor Story and Melissa McCarthy are officially in talks to star in Turpentine from director Craig Zobel. A movie adaptation of Battlefield is in the works. A new short film set in the Finding Nemo universe is in the works at Pixar with Ellen DeGeneres returning as Dory. And Pedro Pascal, Matthew McConaughey, Austin Butler, and Tang Wai will star in Park Chan-wook's next film, The Brigands of Rattle Creek. And in my miscellaneous mentionables, a Happy Feet stage musical is in the works. We got some Lego news, which I forgot this first part happened. We got some new Toy Story sets, including a buildable Lotso, a Slinky Dog bookends, and an Alien with Pizza Planet Rocket Ride, all releasing on May 1st. And then this week, we got the official reveal of 2 Shrek sets, the first official Shrek sets. A buildable Shrek Donkey and Puss in Boots, with Puss in Boots as a minifig, will be 1,403 pieces, retailing for $129.99. And a Brickheads of Shrek, Donkey, and Gingy will be 259 pieces, retailing for $24.99, all releasing on June 1st. Day one buy.
Yep, and there's still rumors of a miniseries,
minifig series
happening in September. So I wonder if these were supposed to be lined up for when Shrek was still coming out this year.
I think so. It had to be.
There's so many times Lego sets to come out. I'm like, oh yeah, that movie got delayed, and toy manufacturing is harder to delay.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the first Mario movie got delayed, and the Happy Meal toys
came out and like was it December?
It was like this, yeah,
November,
because it was originally like December, and it got pushed to April,
yeah,
pushed to March,
yeah,
or something like that, and then May, whenever it came out.
I think it was April. It was like April 3rd,
something like that. Yeah,
around the same time. Ryan Gosling will no longer star in the Daniels' next film. I only say this because we did announce that he would on the last episode.
Oh, okay.
Viggo Mortensen is not returning as Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. More on that later. The Hunt for Gollum, I should say. The Writers Guild has come to a new 4-year tentative deal with movie studios with new provisions including healthcare plan increases, streaming revenue increases, as well as further protections on AI training on screenwriter scripts. The 99th and 100th Oscar ceremonies have been dated for March 14th, 2027 and March 5th, 2028. Conversations are happening about how future Avatar movies could be made cheaper and shorter in order for them to be less risky investment. Ryan Coogler, Emma Thomas, Brad Bird, Jerry Bruckheimer, Jason Reitman, and Celine Song are forming the Filmmaker Leadership Council. The council will serve to provide meaningful support for theatrical exhibition. A rare and deadly civil war has broken out between two factions of chimps in Africa. I forgot I threw that on there.
Okay.
Planet of the Apes. Steven Spielberg has won the America 250 award from the Motion Picture Association, an award described as honoring one filmmaker that represents the artistry of America. Elden Ring got an official release date of March 3rd, 2028, and the entire cast, including Kit Connor, Ben Whishaw, Kaylee Spaney, and Nick Offerman, among many others. Walt Disney Animation has reanimated some songs from recent animated films into American Sign Language versions, including Beyond from Moana 2, The Next Right Thing from Frozen 2, and We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, releasing on the day of this episode, April 27th on Disney+. James Ortiz, the puppeteer and voice behind Rocky and Project Hail Mary, will be submitted for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. We got our first look at the live-action Scooby-Doo, them hiding, heads popping out behind a crate.
Yeah, dude.
So good. And then I've seen
the look is spot on.
Yes,
like,
I've seen McKenna's Bex.
Yeah, and then she also has the picture where she's probably in costume. I'm guessing either that or sometimes actors will get to play characters like this and they'll just start dressing to like get into the mindset. Someone was like, "Man, the writers are fake fans. She's not wearing a green scarf. She's wearing a purple one." Just like,
and then possibly the biggest news of this entire April, Coyote vs. Acme. We got our first trailer finally released. 3 days ago, 2 days ago as we're recording this, 2 or 3 days ago, we got our first look at Bugs Bunny, and it said, quote, Warner Brothers is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Acme Corporation. Did you see the tax day little thing? Mm-hmm. Where for the people who didn't see it, it was like a little teaser of Wile E. Coyote running off a cliff, and it says, happy tax day, and then it real quickly flips over to check your write-offs.
And then falls down. And I saw someone be like, "Man, no wonder they wrote this off for taxes as soon as they took over, because it's very anti-corporate."
It is.
You had people who were like, okay, with like, okay, you can be anti-corporate, and immediately gets taken over, and they're like, never, you're not making fun of me.
Exactly. Oh, dude, it looks so good. It looks so good, especially the shot of. Was it that wind turbine falling, and then it was like real quick of Roadrunner flying out, and then he's like on the turbine trying to catch it in slow motion. I was like, that looks so cool.
Yeah, there's already people complaining about like the art style and stuff, and like no wonder this movie got, and like it's like we rallied for this.
Don't dare complain about this.
You know that scene from SpongeBob was like, then why did you ask for it?
Yes.
It's like that's what's happening right now. Where it's like, no, y'all better go see this movie because we want Looney Tunes things to happen.
Exactly.
When Paramount takes over, Paramount is. I mean, I know it's like still an if they take over thing, but like, come on, we got to be pessimistic here. I have to expect the worst. I have to expect the worst for so if something better happens, then I'll be happy. But
expect disappointment. You'll never be disappointed.
Exactly.
Quote MJ.
What a good life lesson to live by, right? My blood pressure
Spider-Man.
is great.
Same.
But they're about to be merged with a company that does not use their legacy IP that they own. Like Paramount owns so many like things that they could be using, and they just don't use it. And so I have that fear of with Warner Brothers owning as much as they do, and then them being like, no, we only use SpongeBob and Transformers over here. You're only
The
using
occasional Ninja Turtle.
You're only using Batman and what's the other thing you own? Oh yeah, Superman. Those are separate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
We'll leave it at that.
where it's just come on, please. You own so many things. Use them.
Mm-hmm.
In this age of reboots, reboot something that I don't know. Anyway, we could go on that rant. We don't need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
so
very
excited.
excited for this to be
good.
out. Yeah.
I showed the trailer to my dad, and he like kind of chuckled.
I've heard some. Apparently, there was a synopsis that leaked or something like when we thought the movie wasn't coming out that someone put out there. I don't know if it's right, but it takes some wild turns.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
if this thing that I saw was like actually what the leaked plot was, then yeah, it takes some wild turns.
Yeah, tell me after we record it.
Yeah.
I know I'm intrigued. I don't know. It looks so funny.
I'm
so excited for it. I don't know what that piece of music is called. In the trailer.
Isn't that Oh the Joy?
No.
No.
I was just like.
Yeah, that's Oh the Joy. Anyway,
but the fact that it was only like the third or fourth time I watched it. Or maybe when I was showing my dad, where I'm like, wait a minute, before they like fully go into it, like you can hear that just in the background, just in sync throughout like the. Have you ever been hurt by Acme or whatever it was?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's quiet, and then it just ramps up. Oh, I loved it. And then Foghorn Leghorn's being like, we don't condone anything that happened in this. This is for accounting purposes only. Oh, it was so good. That is all. Sorry.
I am excited to see this scene in the Tex-Mex restaurant owned by Yosemite Sam. Like that's only because like they're doing the Roger Rabbit thing of like they're coexisting, which I love. I love it when they just coexist. They're not coming into our world. They're not some weird like.
It's already pre-existing. We live amongst them.
Yeah, so
we love Looney Tunes.
Very excited to see where this goes.
Ack me, ack you. And that's all for my miscellaneous. My first batch.
In my gaming news, First Light's Bond song, First Light, will be sung by Lana Del Rey. And the title sequence is also revealed.
I listened to it about 50 times.
I'm going in blind, so I haven't listened to it yet.
Dude.
Xbox has lowered the price for Game Pass Ultimate to $22.99, down from $29.99, and Game Pass PC is going to $13.99, down from $16.49. Additionally, all Call of Duty games will no longer launch on Game Pass and instead be added after launch about a year later, which I think makes more from a they need to make money off their games point. It makes sense to do that.
Absolutely.
Maybe they can work more towards on other things being incentive for getting Game Pass and not just Call of Duty, because that also like some people just don't care about that. Some people, they just get their consoles to play the specific games they're looking for, and that might not be Call of Duty. So Game Pass having more incentive for other players, it being a lower price again, different things like that, where it's like, actually,
nice to see them like lowering
the price seems great. Mina the Hollower has officially gone gold. A new release date will be given soon. They have submitted their things to re-release from when they were going to release before onto all their console partnerships and stuff, so hopefully soon, because they said spring 2026 and that's about up. That spring window fiscally wise it's about up, so hopefully soon. Argonaut Games has teased a project related to Buck Bumble, which is absolutely wild. They announced it on 420. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 has been announced by Bandai Namco, releasing on PS5, Xbox, and PC in 2027. I heard Trey's fangirl screams the minute that announcement popped up on my phone. Trees Hate You was announced, a top-down isometric game about walking through the woods, avoiding obstacles caused by sentient trees that hate you, coming to PC. And it's wild. You'll be walking and the tree just stretches over in your way. No, you're not walking that way.
Is this a horror movie?
No, it's not a horror game either. It's just this top. You need to look. Queso played the demo. You need to.
I need to watch that because I feel like that's something I would be like. I would love this, but get very frustrated.
Oh yeah. Graveyard Keeper 2 has been announced for a 2026 release. Farming Simulator 26 was announced, releasing May 19th to Switch and mobile. So now I have to choose between Farming Simulator and Lego Batman. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Vaunted was announced, a sci-fi tactical RPG coming to PC. Serious Sam Shatterverse, a 5-player co-op shooter coming to PS5, PC, and Xbox in 2026. That was another announcement that happened. Bluey's next game, Bluey Happy Snaps, was given a release window of fall 2026. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, launches July 2nd on PS5, PC, and Xbox, coming later to Switch and Switch 2. Motor Slice is making its way to consoles May 26th. Dead Party, a co-op action party game about fighting aliens and zombies at the same time on Halloween, was announced for PC. Survival horror game Whispers of the Tallgrass was announced, investigating the fate of an industrial area whilst avoiding a dangerous foe amongst the tall grass of the fields, coming to PC. Puppet-style co-op adventuring game Too Deep to Quit was announced for PC in 2026. Sci-fi narrative game Prove You're Human was announced. The gameplay involves like those actual like prove you're not a bot things you take on
like
websites. Like that's part of the gameplay. That seems interesting. A new Don't Starve game, Don't Starve Elsewhere, has been announced, coming to PC. Barely Breathing was announced, a physics-based 3D platformer about a fish escaping its bowl, coming to PC. So you like flop around through water, and it looks like it's
PC.
It looks like an I Am Bread style, where it's supposed to be frustrating on purpose. Puzzle platformer Vasca was announced for PC in 2027. Play as a cat lost in a forest finding its way home. Trails in the Sky second chapter releases September 17th on all major platforms. The Seventh Guest remake already got a release date of June 4th on PS5, PC, and Xbox. Kalanoro was announced, a game inspired by Madagascar folklore. Form a band with rescued lemur artists and take on the witch Reneni through the power of song.
Oh.
Echo Generation 2 set a release date of May 27th on Xbox and PC, and Speedrunners 2 King of Speed set a release window of July 2026. In the Nintendo corner, Pac-Man, Mendel Palace, and the Tower of Druaga were added to the NES NSO app April 8th. Rhythm Heaven Groove was given a release date of July 2nd. Splatoon Raiders got a gameplay reveal on a release date of July 23rd. Additionally, Amiibo of Deep Cut members will release alongside it. Battle hordes of enemies to unlock upgrades and treasure and find a way home as the mechanic with the help of the adventuring band Deep Cut. And then this is sort of Nintendo, sort of not, so I put it here. But Level 5 had like a showcase thing, and it confirmed that Professor Layton and the New World of Steam is releasing in late 2026. They're working on English localization or like other language localizations now.
Yeah.
And like everything's kind of wrapping up, they're saying. So we got a big trailer, look at the story, new characters. Very excited for this. Obviously, Professor Layton is like is one of my things.
Top, yeah.
It is no longer Nintendo exclusive though, and is coming to PS5 and Steam. Also, they announced that Snack World Reloaded for Switch is a game coming out for Switch 2, PS5, and PC. Deca Police has moved development from Switch to Switch 2, and Inazuma 11 a remake of the first game in the series, is coming to Switch, Switch 2, PS5, and PC. And that is my gaming news.
Nice. I have my CinemaCon coverage. Monday, April 13th, saw Angel Studios kicked it off with their panel, which featured their announcement of Young Washington, brought out star William Franklin Miller. A trailer was shown and later released, and it follows George Washington's early days, releasing on July 3rd. Runner, trailer was shown and released, follows Alan Richardson's character as he delivers a liver to a little girl who needs a transplant but faces attack after attack along the way. Starring himself and Owen Wilson, releases September 11th.
There's an episode of Young Justice where the Flash goes through the same thing. He has a transplant, like,
and the obstacles keep
and villains keep attacking him because she's the princess of the. Yeah. Anyway, very cool.
Studios.
Very good episode. But anyway,
Angel Studios copy.
They're copying from
me
the
starting
Flash.
fake beef. Angel and the Bad Man are getting a remake of the 1947 John Wayne Western starring Zachary Levi, Tommy Lee Jones, and Neil McDonough. Trailer was shown and later releases in October. And The Brink of War, starring Jeff Daniels and Jared Harris as Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev during their intense nuclear negotiations in 1986. Trailer was shown and released. Sony Pictures Classics had their presentation. VP of Sales John Z. Shanahan showed off a clip package from Sundance Pickups Bedford Park, The Only Living Pickpocket in New York, Hot Chan Shake Your Booty, and Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass before debuting trailers for Pedro Almodovar's new film Bitter Christmas, which premieres at Cannes next month, or Cannes, I think. Unidentified debuted the trailer for Hafai al-Mansour's Saudi thriller follows a woman who resolves to solve the murder of the unidentified teenage girl who was found inside a small town. And it was announced that Spotlight director Tom McCarthy's next film is in production, starring Paul Rudd, Evan Peters, Amy Ryan, and Paul Giamatti. Studio Canal had their panel, which Paddington 4 was announced, as well as an animated film was confirmed. A Pippi Longstockings movie is in the works. Mr. Man movie is in the works. Some of these were already confirmed. They just talk more about it. A reboot of Escape from New York is in the works. The Howling movie is in the works. Shaun the Sheep, The Beast of Mossy Bottom, a new work in progress clip was shown, which apparently was one of the most hilarious parts of the entire presentation. We got the trailer debut that they showed for the new Taron Egerton movie, with a title I cannot say. And they did say it's a working title for it. They debuted the trailer for Elsinore, follows Andrew Scott as actor Ian Charleston grappling with his AIDS diagnosis as he prepares to play Hamlet. Inc. Danny Boyle was brought out to preview his new movie starring Jack O'Connell and Guy Pearce as Larry Lamb and Rupert Murdoch, respectively. They revealed first looks at The Custom of the Country, starring Sydney Sweeney, releasing in 2027, as well as Fonda, a follow-up to Anatomy of a Fall, also releasing in 2027. And then Sony Pictures had their big presentation that night, with showing the first trailer of Insidious Out of the Further, which was later released online. Zach Krager took the stage to talk about Resident Evil. Features a man trapped in an abandoned city filled with zombies who are throwing themselves off roofs to get to him, was part of the clip that was shown. Follows one protagonist on a footpath from point A to point B, and audiences won't have to play the games to understand the plot. Nate Bargatze then took the stage to show off new footage of The Breadwinner. It was revealed that Taika Waititi's new movie, Clara and the Sun, releases on October 23rd, starring Jenna Ortega and Amy Adams. Follows a robot bought by a family to help them heal physically and mentally in a dystopian future. A clip was shown. Grand Gear, Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki's first English-language film, released on February 18th, 2028. A brief teaser was shown featuring two massive mechs fighting in a city. An R-rated animated Bloodborne movie is in the works, with Jacksepticeye developing the film. Justin Lin says his Helldivers film is about to begin pre-production in 2 weeks. It was revealed that The Legend of Zelda has wrapped production. And then it closed off their panel with Jumanji 4. It was revealed that it picks up right after Jumanji The Next Level when a repairman accidentally activates the game and brings it into the real world. Dwayne Johnson's Dr. Bravestone has a thick accent, and the title was revealed to be Jumanji Open World. Earlier on in the panel, The Nightingale, Nicole Brown presents the adaptation of the novel starring Dakota and Elle Fanning in their first film together, released on February 12th. If you're wondering where Spider-Man news is at, I do have DC and Marvel stuff in their respective later. Tuesday, April 14th, Neon had their panel in the morning featuring Godzilla Minus Zero. Director Takashi Yamazaki took the stage again. It's revealed to be the first ever Japanese project to be filmed for IMAX, so we'll continue to follow the Shikishima family with Ryunosuke Kamiki and Minami Hamabe reprising their roles. Revealed some behind-the-scenes shots and sets before debuting a trailer that was later released. Godzilla invades New York and it releases on November 6th. Adam Scott took the stage for Hokum. They got new footage of I Love Boosters, Leviticus, A Place in Hell sneak peek was shown, and first look was shown for Hope. Then later that day, Warner Brothers had their panel, which kicked off with Digger. Tom Cruise and director Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu take the stage to show an exclusive first look revealing Cruise's Digger Rockwell as a wealthy oil man whose company is responsible for a colossal methane leak with catastrophic consequences. Cruise has gray receding hair and a prosthetic nose, releases October 2nd. They announced a new label under the studio called Clockwork for indie films, and their first film under that will be Ti Amo, Sean Baker's new film. It was revealed that Evil Dead Burn, a trailer was shown and will release on July 24th, and Evil Dead Wrath is in development, releases in 2028. Mortal Kombat 2, we got a clip shown of Johnny Cage fighting Baraka. A Red Band trailer was shown, releases May 8th. New trailer shown for Cat in the Hat. First trailer was shown for Practical Magic 2. Got some Dune Part 3 news, setting it takes place 17 years after the second one. Described as a thriller that is more fast-paced, action-packed, and emotional than the previous two films, and the first 7 minutes of the film was shown. Some new news on the Ocean's prequel movie follows the parents of Danny Ocean at the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. Panic Carefully got some previews. Will be the first IMAX digital release presented entirely in the 1:43:1 aspect ratio during the entire film. The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum, for their first poster was released, and it was revealed that Jamie Dornan will replace Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn. And Aegon's Conquest movie is officially in the works. Zach Cregger is directing a new sci-fi film, The Flood, releasing on August 11th, 2028. And Gladys and Final Destination 7 both got release dates during the panel of September 8th, 2028 and May 12th, 2028, respectively. On Wednesday, April 5th, Universal and Focus Features had their panel, opening with Steven Spielberg making his CinemaCon debut for Disclosure Day. He said the entire third act is being kept out of the marketing, and over 5 minutes footage was shown, including a first look at the alien itself. And then Christopher Nolan took the stage for The Odyssey, revealed as the first film ever to be shot entirely with IMAX cameras, utilizing both 70mm and 30mm film. He said the film is almost finished, it'll be under 3 hours, and then they showed the Trojan horse clip and revealed that Charlize Theron is playing Calypso. Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro took the stage to talk about Fokker-in-Law, showing the trailer and then later releasing it online, released November 25th. Snoop Dogg was announced. A Snoop Dogg biopic was announced to be releasing in 2027, directed by Craig Brewer and starring Jonathan Davis as Snoop Dogg. Minions and Monsters debuted 2 new clips, heavily outlining the plot. One Night Only had its new trailer was shown. New trailer was shown for Other Mommy. And Violent Night 2, revealing that Kristen Bell is playing Mrs. Claus. New trailer was shown for Sense and Sensibility, and a new teaser was shown for Robert Eggers' Werewolf, which is presented a 4:3 aspect ratio. Amazon MGM that night had info on Spaceballs 2, which was revealed to be titled Spaceballs the New One. They showed first look footage, including a Na'vi peeing while Dark Helmet watches with 3D glasses, multiple sequel trilogy jabs, including the BB-8s turned into a box, yogurt now has abs, and a slice of pizza as a baby Pizza the Hut.
You've watched Spaceballs, right?
Actually, I haven't. I watched the first 20 minutes at Chronisters and he turned it off.
You need to.
It's been on my list forever.
I still think they should have called it Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2, or Spaceballs, The Search for More Money. Those are like the two...
A little tongue-in-cheek thing, yeah.
Those are the two titles. In the movie, I think The Search for More Money is the title given.
Yeah.
And then in an interview at one point when they were thinking, like a long time ago, thinking about making another one, they joked it had been too long, so they'll make the third one and call it The Search for Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
But The Search for More Money, I don't know. Oh, Spaceballs. But yeah, I feel like The Search for More Money, they just to keep the joke consistent.
Yeah.
But, I mean... The new one is also good.
It's like the Naked Gun 33 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those spoof movies. And we also got a release date of April 23rd, 2027. I'll for sure watch it by then. I just watched The Devil Wears Prada for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So, Masters of the Universe, director Travis Knight and stars Camila Mendez and Nicholas Galazine took the stage, showed a new clip and then a teaser. How to Rob a Bank, a teaser was shown. Director David Leitch and star Pete Davidson took the stage. Director Basim Tariq and star Mahershala Ali debuted a trailer for Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. Behind-the-scenes footage was shown for Highlander. Director Pete Farrelly and the cast of I Play Rocky took the stage to talk about the film. A new trailer was shown for A Cult Is My Passport. A new trailer was shown for The Sheep Detectives, The Thomas Crown Affair, Verity. We got an extended clip shown of The Beekeeper 2, which follows the Beekeeper Society trying to overthrow the U.S. government. It was also revealed that Jason Statham now uses bees to heal his wounds in the movie. And Ryan Gosling announces that the theatrical run of Project Hail Mary has been extended. And then Thursday, April 16th, we got the last 2 panels. Paramount kicked off that day with Street Fighter. Legendary ring announcer Bruce Buffer introduces most of the cast before debuting a new trailer releasing October 16th. Johnny Knoxville took the stage to debut the first trailer and reveal the official title for Jackass Best and Last, the final film in the series. James Cameron and Billie Eilish debuted an extended look at Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft. Sean and Marlon Wayans and Anna Faris took the stage to debut a new trailer for Scary Movie 6. Top Gun 3 was revealed to be in development. Tiana Taylor is making her directorial debut with the dance film Get Light. Johnny Depp took the stage with tremendous applause to debut a first look at Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol, Ty West horror-tinged new film.
I can't remember which one... Because there's
Dafoe's
2.
in?
There's the Willem Dafoe one. He's playing Scrooge, isn't he? Or someone...
I think so, because Depp is playing Scrooge in this one.
Yeah. Anyway, there's like one where I'm like, I'm going to like this one. And there's another one where I'm like, they're going to get really dark. And I can't remember which one it is.
I think this one is the one where we're going to get really dark.
Okay.
Because Ty West did like the X and Maxine
Okay.
Pearl movies.
Where it's like, sometimes, I mean, I know we live in a day and age where everything is like cynical and dark, but like it's A Christmas Carol. It doesn't have to be, what's that one miniseries they did a few years ago where it gets like super dark.
Oh, I remember. I don't know
like,
which one. I know which one you're talking about.
And it's like, y'all.
Let the Christmas of future past or future. That's the X-Men. Days of Future Past.
I am the Christmas of future past.
Let the ghost of Christmas future be the scary part.
I'd watch A Christmas Carol in the Marvel Universe.
I would.
Who's Scrooge? Doctor Doom? Mysterio?
Robert Downey Jr. Just himself.
It's Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. No, it's Tony. Josh Gad is Scrooge. Oh my goodness, he's still missing.
Spoiler alert! I'm kidding.
Yep. We got a new look at Paw Patrol the Dino movie and our first look at the Angry Birds movie 3, which revealed Red has a child. We got a first look footage shown of Mr. Irrelevant, the John Tuggle story, new footage shown of Heart of the Beast. Director Gina Prince Blythewood and stars Chiwetel Ejiofor, Damson Idris, Amandla Stenberg, and Tuso Madebu take the stage to preview their adaptation of Children of Blood and Bone and revealing the first trailer. A new World War Z movie is officially in the works. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2, they revealed that Shredder and Krang will appear. Of course, Shredder's going to appear. And revealed that Call of Duty, the movie, releases June 30th, 2028. And then that night, Disney had their panel, the final panel at CinemaCon, revealing new info on Toy Story 5. Tim Allen and Tom Hanks took the stage to debut some first look footage and 2 new clips. It was revealed that Bonnie gets addicted to doom-scrolling apps on her lily pad. And it was revealed that Woody has a beer belly alongside his balding head. Releasing June 19th. Mandalorian and Grogu, director Jon Favreau takes the stage to debut a new trailer, followed by the first 17 minutes of the film, and includes over 40 minutes of expanded aspect ratio sequences. Moana, the live-action movie, stars Dwayne Johnson and Catherine Lagaya, debuted an exclusive look. We got a new info on Hexed. Haley Steinfeld and Rashida Jones are announced as the stars. Follows a girl, played by Steinfeld, who discovers she may have access to magic and sets out on an adventure with her mom, played by Rashida Jones. Which it was a boy.
I said it was a boy. I was excited for this, and then we saw the character designs. I'm like, oh, this is just... It's not even a musical. So there's not even like... It's just... I'm scared of it being generic. I'm really scared of it being generic. Especially because they had the poll of like, oh, it's their first boy protagonist in a while, girl. And now it's... And the mom having like that like worried face, but the confident like, I don't know.
We've seen that before.
I want to be not as cynical when it comes to this stuff, but Disney's just here lately.
Making it hard?
Making it really hard. Like the corporate meddling that's happening when it's like, sometimes if you just trust your artists and let them do what they're doing, you might end up getting movies that people like with Hoppers, where it was very much explicitly stated that a lot of the higher ups kind of let them do what they needed to do to make the movie. And it's like, so you're letting that happen at Pixar, but you're not letting it happen.
Exactly. Pixar, I feel like, has got a good ground where they're like, yeah, we want to make originals, but we need the extra ones to
make the money for originals.
Yeah, which is fair.
And then there's even though they're owned by the same people, there's just more of a trust with Pixar that Disney does not give. I don't know, man.
I'm hoping it's...
We'll see how it comes out.
It's the Thanksgiving Disney movie.
Yeah, it might end up being good, but I'm like...
It's hard.
My gut feeling on it has changed.
Yeah. This is when they revealed it was like a whole changed from a boy to a girl, right?
Yeah.
What's this? Queen Latifah, Dennis Leary, and Ray Romano took the stage to debut a sneak peek at Ice Age Boiling Point's opening sequence. Got new footage from Whale Fall. First trailer was shown and released for the Dog Stars. And the first trailer was shown for Wild Horse 9. And that is all of my miscellaneous news.
In my anime news... Love Unseen Beneath the Night Sky releases July 6th. Trapped in a Dating Sim Season 2 premieres July 2026. Season 2 of The World's Greatest Assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat, set a 2027 premiere window. A anime adaptation of rom-com manga Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent was announced. The Fable Season 2 was announced. Chainsmoker Cat releases July 2nd. An animated project based on the Kamen Rider has been announced. How Not to Summon a Demon Demon Lord Season 3 is in production. The live-action One Piece series has confirmed that Season 3 will premiere in 2027, which I think we already figured because they're filming now, and has been given the subtitle Battle of Alabasta, which we knew it would be the whole... I figured it'd be the whole season because...
Yeah. Trey's giving me the rundown.
Dude.
On what to expect.
Okay. Yeah, it gets... So, when I watched the anime for the first time, this is when I was already in. I was already, like, sold. But this specific story arc was when I was like,
you walked in.
Okay, this is the kind of storytelling they're using with this, where it's... Yes, the main characters have arcs and things they're going for and motivations that are set up, but this is when you start to get the more of what the whole franchise is about, of these pirates, as they're looking for what they're looking for, get involved in other people's lives, and it's the lives they touch and the adventures they have that is really the whole... like meat of this, and this is the first like, yes, meeting Chopper, that was kind of like a taste of what their adventures are about. This is the first big meaty one.
It all comes to like a boiling point.
Where it's like, dude, I'm so
excited for Mr. Crocodile Zero,
Mr. Zero,
Mr.
Crocodile.
Zero. Crocodile, dude, he told me
his fight with Luffy gets brutal.
He told me like, I'm like,
there's things the anime does that the manga doesn't, that I don't know what they're going to do with this. Certain characters pop up in the anime that don't pop up till later in the manga, that they were like, they've been doing that with the live action show too, so are they going to do it here? Like, there's a certain character that pops up that has already been casted, I think. Like, we'll see where it goes, but yeah, very excited. And then Azure Lane Slow Ahead Season 2 premieres July 25th. And finally, two more. Mystery rom-com manga A Pen, Handcuffs, and a Common Law is receiving an anime adaptation. And Witch and Mercenary was announced for 2027. Nothing in this world is more dangerous than a witch. The epitome of fear and terror, they can summon floods on a whim, conjure balls of fire out of the air, and even destroy entire countries overnight. Incur their wrath and no one is safe. At least that's what everyone thinks, and it's the very reason they all want Saisha dead. After yet another violent battle for her life, she teams up with Zig, a mercenary. They depart for unknown lands to find somewhere she can live in peace. But is the pair any match for the lost magic and vicious monstrosities that lie ahead? And that is my anime news.
I did see when I was doing my CinemaCon news, I think that the slime. What's the slime anime?
That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
A movie's coming out.
Yes.
I think it's what they said. It's like, I forget if it's already done or if it's coming out soon or that it just
It's
happened.
like, I can't remember. It's had movies before. I can't remember which one.
Okay. On my comics books, DC, Supergirl, we got a new teaser. Feature our first look at Superman, a new look at Jason Momoa as Lobo, and a new look at Kara and Crypto, as well as a new poster. All these are going to be, I'll have my separate CinemaCon infos on these. Man of Tomorrow, it was revealed that Adria Arjona has been cast, as well as Andre Royo. Sydney Chandler has been cast as Nosferatu in Season 2 of Creature Commandos. Charles Dance is in talks to star as Harvey Dent's father in The Batman Part 2. And Clayface, we got our first look, our first poster, and the first trailer released online, featuring our first look at live-action Gotham City in the DCU. Looks terrifying, but I'm going to go see it. I'm going to brave it.
This is going to be, I wait for it to come to streaming with the lights on kind of movie, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm like 55%, like, I'll probably go see it.
Because body horror is such a thing where it's
I don't like body horror, and that's the thing, where I'm like, We got our first poster for Lanterns, and then in CinemaCon, in the Warner Brothers panel, it was revealed that shooting begins this week, as we're recording this, on Man of Tomorrow. And Clayface, the teaser trailer was shown there. And then Supergirl, director Craig Gillespie and stars Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa took the stage. Nearly the entire film is set off-planet, and Alcock learned 5 to 6 fake languages for it. A clip is shown transitioning into a teaser, and it releases on June 26th. In Marvel news, Daredevil Born Again, episodes 2 through 7 have dropped, which episode 4 had a 9.6 rating on IMDb, the highest rated episode ever for a Marvel series. And Mike Coulter and Finn Jones will reportedly return as Luke Cage and Iron Fist in Season 3. Somehow, this is how I explained it to Trent. I don't think I remember the last time I saw a show where, like, in one season, the episodes consistently somehow are both amazing and then somehow are better than the previous one. Like 1 and 2, yeah, are like the weakest, but it's that thing where it's like they're weak, but they're so good still because it's Daredevil Born Again. And then like 3, you got that ending. 4 was amazing. 5 was like just as good, only less actiony. And then 6 was like, have you seen stuff from episode 6?
Yes.
Oh, dude. I was on the edge of my couch. So excited to see these last 2 episodes. I'm like, season 6, or episode 6 felt like a finale, but it was still 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
I am loving this episode, or this season. Don't like Mike Coulter being backstage of season 3. Marvel Zombies was revealed as returning for season 2. The Punisher One Last Kill we got our first trailer, and our first look at Curtis Hoyle returning, as well as a new poster. I have started rewatching the Punisher series recently to get ready for it. X-Men, Lee Sung-jin and Joanna Kahlo are working on the script for Marvel's new X-Men movie. They both worked on the screenplay for Thunderbolts. Spider Noir, we got a new poster, as well as our first look at some of the villains, including Brendan Gleeson as Silvermane, Jack Houston as Sandman, and Abraham Papula as Tombstone. X-Men 97 Season 2 will have its world premiere at Tribeca Film Festival in June, and is now expected to release on Disney Plus this summer. Multiple Spider-Man projects similar to Spider Noir are in the works, saying, quote, they're following a little bit of that same formula, that same idea of taking a genre and elevating it by putting a spider variant into it. It's revealed that Marvel Studios will return to Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and Disney has laid off nearly the entire visual development team at Marvel Studios. Only a skeleton crew remains in place to coordinate hiring on a per project. And then CinemaCon, Spider-Man Brand New Day, new posters were shown. Tom Holland says it is the most emotional and grown-up of his Spider-Man films. Ned thinks that the true identity of Spider-Man is either Flash Thompson or Mr. Harrington. A clip is shown of Peter following Ned to his apartment, where he discovers that Ned is trying to find out who Spider-Man is. And the clip is shown of Peter seeing MJ kiss her new boyfriend. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, the opening clip is shown, revealing both Miles' bantering before our Miles breaks free using electricity. It's being made in a 1:43:1 format. Kingpin, Spider-Ham, and Spider-Man Noir will return, and new images were released. And then the big that ended CinemaCon, Avengers Doomsday. Kevin Feige, directors Anthony and Joe Russo, and stars Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans took the stage. They announced a new premium large format initiative called Infinity Vision, meant to, quote, signify to audiences which auditoriums offer the biggest, brightest, and most immersive cinematic experiences, because they do not have that IMAX window. Catherine Newton will return as Cassie Lang, and then they debuted the first full-length trailer, which will have some snippets of what happens in it. Thor fights Doctor Doom and reunites with Steve Rogers. Professor X watches an incursion. Mystique turns into Yelena. Shang-Chi and Gambit have a fight sequences, and Doctor Doom stops Stormbreaker with just one hand. And I did see someone say it's actually just like one finger, where he goes through it and he's like... Then Avengers Endgame theatrical re-release will include deleted scenes and other surprises. And that is all for my news this week. For the second episodes in a row, we got Comeback King, Dune Part 3, Lanterns, The Hunt for Gollum, Man of Tomorrow, Ocean's prequel movie, Punisher One Last Kill, and Ted. Third episode in a row is Daredevil Born Again, Minions and Monsters, Project Hail Mary, Scooby-Doo, and Spider Noir. Fourth episode, Super Mario Galaxy movie, Avengers Doomsday is on its 5th episode, and Spider-Man Brand New Day is on its 6th episode in a row. In celebrity deaths, Mary Beth Hurt was 79, Alex Duong was 42, Conrad Bain Stephen was 35, Dee Freeman was 66, Michael Patrick was 35, Africa Bambaataa was 67, John Nolan was 87, Dolly Martinez was 30, Aisha Bozel was 92, Sid Croft was 96, Joy Harmon, an age was not shown, actress Nadia Ferris was 57, Patrick Muldoon was 57, Alan Osmond was 76, Riff Hutton was 73, Vince Zampella was 56, Dave Mason was 79, Daryl Sheets was 67, David Wilcock was 53, and Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak's mysterious ex Big Papa was 68. My sources this week were First Showing, Deadline, Forbes, Entertainment Weekly, at Matt Baloney, Collider, The Wrap, Hollywood Reporter, Wall Street Journal, The Sun, Next Best Picture, Variety, Rotten Tomatoes, Forbes, Games Radar, Entertainment Weekly, and of course, discussing film.
My sources this week, or this month, were IGN, Crunchyroll, and the official sites and socials of the studios mentioned today. And now, last month, I quizzed Jay. This month, he's quizzing me on Daredevil. I don't imagine I'm going to do well.
It's a lot of stuff from the shows, but also it's some of these are like just general knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Some are a little bit harder. I have 10 questions here.
All right.
So the one being, what is the name of the law firm that Matt Murdock works for? I do have multiple choice, but if you know off the top of your head, you can tell me.
Is it not like Murdoch and Fogg? Like it's not their last names?
It is their last names. Foggy's his nickname.
Foggy's his nickname. It's
yeah.
I don't know Foggy's last name.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
The options. A, Murdoch and Nelson, attorneys at law. B, Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys at law. C, Nelson, Murdoch and Associates. Or D, Murdoch, Nelson and Associates. Nelson's his last name.
Yeah. Okay. I missed the part where this was multiple choice.
I didn't say it till I said if you want to guess it, you can.
B.
B? Yes.
Okay.
B. What was the name of Matt's mentor when he was a child? Again, if you know it, you can say it. If not, I can give you multiple choice.
Give me multiple choice.
Iron Fist, Sensei, Stick, or Wong?
Stick.
Stick, yeah. Sensei is from 3. What nickname does Frank Castle call Daredevil?
Give me. You have to give me the multiple choice for
Red, horns, D, or glasses?
glasses.
Red.
Okay.
Red. Horns, I think someone else calls him, but red is what he calls him.
I don't know. It felt in character to call him something like that.
I was trying to think of like Smart Aleck, because that's who Punisher is.
Yeah.
4. What does Benjamin Poindexter, aka Bullseye, kill his very first victim with?
It's not a plane. It's a playing card, isn't it? No.
This is like in the terms of the show.
Oh, in terms of the show.
Yeah, but also kind of in the comics too.
Give me multiple choice.
A pen, B, a playing card. Well, there's one option going. C, a mug, or D, a baseball.
I'm going to say a pen.
Baseball.
In
the comics, is a baseball bat.
Okay.
But this one, he's a kid. 5. What food does a drunken Foggy call he and Matt when trying to say lawyers in Spanish?
What food does he call?
Yeah.
Give me a multiple choice.
A, mango. B, avocado. C, burrito. D, enchilada. It's because the lawyer in Spanish is very close to this word and they're drunk.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be burrito because the word that's close to, it means boring.
I did not know that.
I do. I'm going to say enchilada.
Avocado.
Avocado. I should have listened to my gut. I almost said that.
I should have put what the actual word is they're trying to say. 6. What is the name of the gym Matt's father trained and fought at?
Fogwell's.
Yes. 7. What does an exhausted Matt scream into Wilson Fisk's face in the climactic fight of the Daredevil season 3 finale?
I'll
give you a hint. There are 2 options.
Okay.
Out of 4.
Give me.
A, I beat you. B, I win. C, you don't get to destroy who I am. And D, give up.
D, give up.
I beat you, and then you don't get to destroy who I am.
That's the stinking. That's revenge for the.
That is for
the We Fit trainer.
Yes. 8. Who does Matt Murdock rescue during an attempted bank robbery in Daredevil Born Again season 1?
I don't know. This one I haven't watched. But.
A, Agent Nadim. B, Jerry Hogarth. C, Yusuf Khan. Or D, Misty Knight.
Oh, Yusuf Khan.
Yeah. I thought about putting pre-existing character, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that. 9. Who does Bullseye shoot in the penultimate episode of Daredevil Born Again, Season 1? A. Oh, wait. You know it?
It's Foggy, isn't it?
No, that's the premiere.
Oh, that's the premiere. Okay.
Yes, this is the penultimate, so it's episode 8.
Man, poor guy doesn't even get a full season to come back.
Nope.
Give me the options then.
A, Vanessa. B, Matt Murdock. C, Wilson Fisk. Or D, Heather Graham, which is the lawyer and Matt's love interest.
Heather Graham.
Nope. Matt.
Okay.
Aiming for Wilson Fisk, and Matt jumps in. That was another one where I'm like, I could throw you off there. And D, Bullseye has had some of the best kills and scenes in the 2.5 seasons he has been a part of the show. Which objects has he not used to attack someone on screen with?
Okay. Give me.
A, playing cards. B, Daredevil's billy clubs. C, a lobster claw. Or D, a tooth. Which one has he not used? Playing cards. Tooth he uses to escape out of prison in the
okay.
season Daredevil boarding in season 1. Billy Clubs and Lobster Claw were both in.
I said the lobster claw I knew about.
Yeah, I think it's because I was on a excited panic that night. Okay, let's see how you did. You got 6 out of 10.
Oh, cool.
Which is not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
That's a passing grade. Barely.
Hey, according to
someone who hasn't seen the show,
according to most modern pop culture critics, a 6 is not a passing grade.
That is,
you need to be an 8 or above to pass.
According to IGN, 6 is like what an Oscar-winning film should be. You're just catching strays.
They gave Mouse P.I. a 6 because they had issues with it was a noir story, so I expected blah blah. Anyway, you have to.
They're probably in a bad mood.
You need to watch the review. It's wild. Where it's your reasoning is flawed.
Did you just stub your toe before playing this game or something? Good night.
It is.
If you can tell, I'm a huge Daredevil fan. Daredevil is my goat, and that is all I have.
Well, on that note, I guess we will see everyone next time.
Yes.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. Follow me on most social media at Sir Stumpsalot or Sir Stumpsalot17.
Follow me at PoThePanda001 or Chris M. Pratt Fan. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.